Welcome, I'm Julie Haymaker, and another fun Shrinkets video on making some really simple earrings with some unique components such as these little ear wires and some handmade sequin flowers. So the first thing I'm going to do is go through what would be in your kit if you want to purchase the kit, and the link is in the description. The kit will come with a little pastel palette, your pre-cut Shrinket flower shapes, and these look to be about a 3-inch flower. Well, no, they're a 4-inch flower. And then you get these assorted findings with the earrings, stainless steel earrings, and these handmade sequin stamens. And then what you're going to need to provide is colored pencils or markers. And I'm going to use a black Sharpie marker. So these are in bright secondary colors, I guess, yellows and greens, and then yellow. I mean, yellow is primary, but these are some bright colors: pink, blue, green, orange, and yellow. And then we're going to be using the Shrinkets ruffle mold. I mean, the petal mold. This is the orange mold. And you're going to need a craft heat gun. And that's it. The one thing I want to talk about a little bit before we get started is how I make these little stamens. Is I order 0.03 thickness sequin film. These are really thin, and then I use a little stamen die cut to cut these out with my roller mill. And then punch a center hole. And sometimes it's hard to get the center hole because this stuff slips and slides on you. So my holes aren't perfect, but it works for the application we're using it. So let's get started. So here we go. Get our pastel palette out. Make sure my fingers try not to touch the colors and smear them around. So I'm going to do the petals. I'm going to kind of go around this, treat it kind of like a color wheel. Each petal in a different color. And then this one I will blend with the pink, and then that makes kind of a purple. There. So you're going to want to do 2 of these. So we'll do another one. Blue blended with the pink. Oops. See what happened right here? I'm going to wash this off or start over, because what happened, and that's a good thing that happened, because I want to show you. My finger had orange on it, and when I went into the blue, it turned it kind of brown. So you do want to make sure that you check your fingers before you make a mistake like I just did. But that was a good thing to show you what not to do. So there, I didn't have orange on it. Got my nice true blue. And then this one is going to have the pink on it. And that'll make kind of a purpley color. Then I'm making sure I'm using a clean finger and going over here to yellow. And then over to orange. And then I'm going to go back to pink. And so I got these really nice little pinwheels that are varied in color. And next we'll put our colored pencil lines on. I'm ready to put my colored pencil lines on. And most of my design will be seen out on the perimeter, but I'm going to keep this design really simple. And I'm choosing to, first of all, I'm going to exchange for clean paper. And coming in with blue. And over the orange, the blue will go kind of brown on me, but it's a different medium, and so it kind of lays on the surface instead of blending. If I was to shade on top of that, it would mix the components together, the two mediums together, and I might get brown. But just doing it this way, I'm getting just a nice laying on the surface of that. Okay. Now, I'm going to come in with the pink. And my pencil's a little sharper for this, so my line is thinner. If you want a really thin line, keep your pencil sharpened. Now I'm going to come in with orange. And you'll notice how these colors laid over the background of the pastel get altered. I'm going to come in with this and strengthen that blue a little bit. Then I'm coming in with yellow, and you'll see how on some it doesn't show up. This is the fun of doing this pinwheel in different colors, is going to alter. Each petal's going to look a little different, be altered by the color under it. Coming in with a little green here. And now it's time for my black Sharpie detail. See how that really makes that pop? Oops. That one a little bigger so it goes with my mistake. So now I'm ready to shrink. So we're ready to shrink, and the ruffle bead has 6 indentations, and we've got a 5-petal bead. So we're just gonna, this will be more organic. I've already pre-shrunk this one, and you can see that it's a little organic, and I pre-shrunk this one so you can see this would be the shiny side, and this is the frosted side. So you have to decide, Do I want to see the frosted side, or do I want to see the shiny side? If you want to see the shiny side, put it face up where you can see it. If you want to see the frosted side, put that face up where you can see it. And so when you heat on something big like this is a 4-inch bead, we want to make sure that we're hitting the petals on the outside and going pretty close to our bead when shrinking, about a 1/2 inch. So I'm going to keep to the outside and kind of first warm it all up, and then start individually working each flower petal until it's shrunk down. Now I'm going to work each petal. There. Keeping my heat out, away. Therefore they shrink, but then they pull towards the heat and not towards the center. If my heat was in the center, they would want to pull towards the center. So here we go. We're going to watch each little one, make sure it's totally shrunk down. As I said, this is there you see a little movement on that. Just make sure the wind's not moving it. Now, it doesn't matter to me if it's lined up because we have 6 indentations and 5 petals. So we're just going to get this organic little fluted shapes on each petal. There. Oops. We had a boo-boo. We see if we can fix that. I don't think we can. We will try. Got it heated up. Try to pull it away. Then come on down with my petal and form, just working that area. Always have to be careful. There, I was able to save that. Okay, so now we have both of our pieces done. I want to make sure it's cool before I pull it out. I've got 2 really fun beads to work with. And look how, these are just so fun because they're just like little pinwheels. And we all love pinwheels, or at least I do. So now we're ready to assemble. So here we go. Now, you're going to slip this on your stainless steel piece, and you slip it on the opposite of what you want to be in the front. Okay? Then next, or same with this. Whoops. First, we're going to add our stamen. And then the rest of our sequence. Okay, the more we stack on, the tighter it wants to be and hold. Now you'll have choices in your kit of what you want to use. My little pink one went flying somewhere, so I'm going to choose between the blue or the yellow. And I think I would like, well, I will see the pink because, we'll look at the pink because, oh, that's kind of pretty, but I think I'm going to go with the yellow. Okay? We've got a whiny puppy here. So let's slip that on, and this is going to be tight because we're using it as a stopper bead. It's going to kind of help snug everything on in place. So we bring that in, pull that really tight, and there we have our cute little sequence. And we're ready to do the next one. So we're done And these are just really fun. They look pretty on the back and pretty on the front. And here's our little earring backs for them. So thanks for watching.